Let's just talk about cardiovascular disease, because it is
It's like heart attacks and strokes.
heart attacks and strokes, because that's the #1 cause of death globally, and it's the #1 cause of death for men and women.
You're never too young to start thinking about your heart health. Cardiovascular disease is the leading cause of death globally, and it can start developing as early as childhood. But don't despair. For those of us in our 40s, the time has never been better to chart a new course to set us up for decades of heart health and vitality. With Dr. Peter Attia's advice for men in their 40s, you can fight back and feel empowered to take control of your health. Did you know that by the age of 65, half of all men and 1/3 of women will experience a heart attack or stroke? That's a sobering statistic, and why it's so important that right now in your 40s is the time to lay the groundwork for your golden years. Dr. Peter Attia, a renowned expert in preventative medicine, has developed a 3-step plan to help you avoid becoming part of that statistic. Welcome to Fit Over 40, a channel dedicated to health and fitness advice to make this decade the best of your life. In today's video, we're covering Dr. Peter Attia's plan for heart health, looking at everything from key health numbers to smart exercise strategies and lifestyle changes that can dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease. But first, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to stay up to date on the latest health and fitness advice for those of us in our 40s and beyond. Are you ready to take charge of your heart health? Let's dive in and discover how you can protect your heart for years to come. When it comes to heart health, the first step is to make sure you're tracking the right metrics to truly safeguard your heart. Most of us have been taught to focus on cholesterol levels, but Dr. Peter Attia, a leading expert in preventative medicine, suggests that we need to look beyond this traditional marker. He emphasizes the importance of monitoring ApoB levels, which serve as a better predictor of cardiovascular risk compared to the standard LDL cholesterol measurements. ApoB, or apolipoprotein B, is a protein that's found in potentially harmful lipoproteins. Higher levels of ApoB are associated with an increased risk of coronary artery disease. By tracking this number, you get a more accurate picture of your heart health than relying solely on LDL cholesterol. Dr. Attia also stresses the importance of regular blood pressure checks. Aim for a target of around 120/80. High blood pressure is a significant risk factor for heart disease, and monitoring it consistently can lead to early intervention and management. Another key number to know is your coronary artery calcium, or CAC score. This score is determined through a specialized scan that detects calcium buildup in your arteries. The presence of calcium indicates previous injury and correlates with a higher risk of cardiovascular events. A CAC scan can provide valuable insights into your heart health that might not be apparent through other tests. Dr. Attia's approach to heart health is comprehensive, and you might be wondering how to get all these tests done. The key is to be proactive. Don't hesitate to request these specific tests from your healthcare provider. Ask for ApoB measurements, regular blood pressure checks, and discuss the possibility of a CAC scan. Be specific in your questions to ensure you're getting a comprehensive cardiovascular risk assessment. Knowledge is power, and if you don't know what your risk factors are, you can't start addressing them. Understanding and monitoring these key numbers gives you a sense of control over your heart health. It empowers you to take proactive steps and make informed decisions about your lifestyle and treatment options. Dr. Attia's approach challenges the conventional wisdom of relying solely on standard cholesterol tests. By expanding our focus to include ApoB levels, blood pressure, CAC scores, and kidney function, we get a more complete picture of our cardiovascular health, allowing for more targeted and effective prevention strategies. Now that we've covered the numbers, it's time to get your heart pumping. We all know exercise is good for our overall health and specifically for our hearts. But what kind of exercise? How often? A lot of times the advice we get, we're left with more questions than answers. When it comes to exercise for heart health, Dr. Peter Attia has a clear message. It's not just about how much you move, but how you move. His approach challenges the common notion that all exercise is equally beneficial. Instead, he recommends a strategic balance between two key types of training. According to Dr. Attia, 80% of your cardiovascular workouts should focus on Zone 2 training. This is moderate intensity exercise where you're slightly out of breath but can still hold a conversation. Think of activities like brisk walking, steady cycling, or swimming at a comfortable pace. Activities most of us generally enjoy and are easier to make into a habit. These workouts build your aerobic base and improve your body's ability to use fat for fuel. The remaining 20% of your cardio should be dedicated to high-intensity VO2 max training. This is where you push your limits, working at a high intensity for short bursts. Dr. Attia suggests intervals lasting 3 to 5 minutes, with equal rest periods in between. This type of training is crucial for maximizing your cardiovascular fitness and can significantly impact your longevity. So now we know the 80-20 split, but how much exercise overall are we shooting for? Dr. Attia emphasizes consistency and recommends a minimum of 180 to 250 minutes of exercise per week for optimal heart health. That might sound like a lot, but it breaks down to about 30 to 40 minutes a day, 6 days a week. Remember, this includes both your Zone 2 and high-intensity workouts. A little every day, with a rest day, is better than trying to cram all our movement in on one day, every now and then. Build a good habit by doing a little at a time. So let's put this into practice. A sample week might look like this: 4 45-minute Zone 2 sessions, like a brisk walk or easy bike ride, and 2 30-minute high-intensity interval workouts. Try walking on Monday and Tuesday, then a high-intensity workout on Wednesday. Pick up the walk again on Thursday and Friday, and another high-intensity workout on Saturday. Give yourself a well-deserved break on Sunday before starting back again on Monday. This balanced approach not only benefits your heart, but also improves overall fitness and longevity. As for what type of high-intensity interval training workout to do, you have a lot of options, as long as it gets your heart rate up and pushes you to your max in short intervals. Dr. Attia's exercise recommendations are backed by solid science. He states, "The data are so clear. Having a very high cardiorespiratory fitness measured by VO2 max is the single most important thing that we need to do." In fact, increases in VO2 max are strongly associated with a reduction in all-cause mortality risk. It's important to understand that exercise isn't just about weight management. Dr. Attia emphasizes that physical activity is fundamentally linked to cardiovascular health and longevity. Even if you don't see changes on the scale, your heart is benefiting from every workout. Start where you are and gradually build up to the recommended 180 to 250 minutes per week. Mix 80% Zone 2 training with 20% high-intensity workouts. Remember, the minimum effective dose of about 3 hours per week can dramatically reduce your risk of all-cause mortality. While exercise lays a strong foundation, your lifestyle choices build the fortress of heart health. Getting good quality sleep can reduce your risk of heart disease by 33%. Dr. Peter Attia emphasizes that good quality sleep is a critical component of heart health, often overlooked in discussions about cardiovascular well-being. Most adults need at least 7 hours of sleep each night, but many of us fall short of this goal. Dr. Rachel E. Salas explains, "When you don't get enough good quality sleep, you raise your odds of developing many conditions that can lead to or worsen heart disease. Chronic sleep disturbances, such as insomnia and sleep apnea, are associated with a shorter life expectancy and increased risk of cardiovascular diseases." But how does sleep affect your heart? Poor sleep can lead to weight gain due to hormonal changes that affect appetite and metabolism. It can also cause your blood pressure to remain elevated for longer periods, putting additional strain on your heart. In fact, a study found that just 1 hour less of sleep each night increased the risk of calcium buildup in arteries by 33%. By now, we all know the importance of quality sleep, and it's easy advice to give, but often hard to implement. So what can you do to improve your sleep quality? The first thing is to establish a consistent sleep schedule, even on weekends. No staying out late. Get home and in bed at the same time you would if you had to go to work the next day. Creating a relaxing bedtime routine can also help you wind down. This might include reading a book, practicing light yoga, or listening to calming music. Many find a nighttime meditation helps them fall asleep easier. Keep your bedroom cool, dark, and quiet. And perhaps most importantly, put the phone away. Limit exposure to blue light from screens at least an hour before bed in order to fall asleep easier. Now that we've tackled sleep, it's time for the next lifestyle change: our diets. Oftentimes one of the hardest switches to make, but also one of the most critically important for our heart health. You don't have to give up on good foods, just give up on the fake ones. Dr. Attia recommends focusing on whole, unprocessed foods. Include plenty of vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats in your meals. Cut out the sugar and refined carbohydrates, which can contribute to inflammation and weight gain. Remember, it's not about following a fad diet, but rather making sustainable changes to your eating habits. Many of your favorites can be made healthier by using real, fresh ingredients versus buying them pre-packaged at the store or eating out. And you might find that making your own healthy meals inspires you more on your lifestyle journey. Stress management is another key factor in protecting your heart. Chronic stress can raise blood pressure and contribute to unhealthy behaviors like overeating or smoking. Dr. Attia suggests incorporating stress reduction techniques into your daily routine. This can include mindfulness meditation, deep breathing exercises, or even a simple daily walk in nature. One often overlooked aspect of heart health is visceral fat, the fat that accumulates around your organs. This type of fat is particularly harmful and is linked to increased cardiovascular risk. The good news is that reducing abdominal fat can significantly improve heart health. Regular exercise, especially the combination of zone 2 and high intensity training we discussed earlier, can help target this dangerous fat. By integrating these lifestyle changes, prioritizing sleep, adopting a heart-healthy diet, managing stress, and reducing visceral fat, you're creating a powerful defense system for your heart. Each element works synergistically with the others, amplifying the benefits and providing comprehensive protection against cardiovascular disease. So let's recap. First, know your numbers beyond just cholesterol. Second, move smart with a mix of zone 2 and high-intensity training. Third, overhaul your lifestyle, focusing on sleep, diet, and stress management. Remember, these changes aren't just about avoiding heart attacks. They're about improving your overall quality of life and extending your health span. As Dr. Attia says, it's never too late. But where a lot of people get lulled into a false sense of security is, hey, I'm in my late 40s and everything looks pretty good. Don't wait for a wake-up call. Start with one small change today. Maybe it's scheduling that ApoB test or adding 30-minute walk to your daily routine. Every step counts towards a healthier heart and a more vibrant future. You have the power to shape your health destiny. Why not start now? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Fit Over 40 for more tips and inspiration to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. Stay fit, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.